In Extreme Fall Guys, you fall off of a race round and get eliminated. But what if you could fall off of a survival round and respawn? Today, I'm going to make that happen by turning 3 of these survival rounds into race rounds. This wheel is going to decide which maps we recreate. Let's spin it to see what we make first. Okay, rollout isn't that bad. I thought it was going to be Stomping Ground there for a second. I'm actually glad I got this instead of Stomping Ground, because here I actually have an idea of what I want to do. But first, I'm going to have to make the actual rollout spinny thing, and I have no clue how I'm going to do that. I guess I could just use conveyor belts. Yeah, let's just do that. The starting platform we can't overlap stuff with, which is an issue for us. How far can we tilt this? Because maybe we can just have it so you're forced to start. Oh, that's the lowest it goes. I wanted to turn the start line completely upside down, so you would have to fall onto the rollout platform to get started, but obviously that did not work. So instead, I just had it so you have to run onto the platform, because it's a race round anyway, and you're going to have to get there no matter what. So I think this calls for a building montage. Alright, let's check it out. Alright, honestly, I think that this is the best that we're gonna get for the rolling thing. Oh shoot, I need the obstacles. Now, what I think would be pretty cool is if you'd have to actually jump on these walls. And you could do that like that or something. So maybe I'll make these ones specifically really bouncy. And I'm just gonna test that it works real quick. Spoilers, it doesn't work. So instead, I put some really bouncy bouncers in the ground, and that works. Oh no, it's not. No, it's definitely possible. Okay, so the reason I wanted to do this is because I'm going to actually have us go around, and I think the finish line I want to have on the cannons. That I'm spawning in 3, 2, 1. Now, the question is, how do we go over there? It's gotta be something rollout themed, because I don't want it to be like kind of random. But what can we do? Let's look at our obstacles.
One eternity later.
I could do kind of a roll-on thing, like well, not on, like a roll-in. Yeah, we could do a roll-in kind of thing. I think that'd be pretty cool. And then that would get you to the top of these cannons, like right over, like in this area right here. Sir, I'm talking here. Anyway, I'm gonna put the finish line here, and then we're done with the map. Alright, building time. Alright, and I think that is our first one done. It looks pretty good. Yeah, that looks cool if you have a lot of them. We'll do that in a second. But let's just test this whole thing first. Alright, that looks really cool. Wait, that's going the wrong way. Oh, am I gonna have to change all of that now? Okay, now that should be good. This side and that side. Yep, all good. Now I need to copy all of it and paste it all over the map. I think 3 is enough. Okay, So here's my thinking for this one. This is gonna kind of go like a roller coaster. So you're gonna go like, and it'll be a fan there, and it'll take you all the way up. So I need to get rid of this one.
Bye-bye!
And I need to add a fan here. There we go. And then you should be able to safely land on this cannon. Awesome! Okay, I actually thought of an amazing idea. All the conveyor belts are kind of moving like back and forth and back and forth. They're not really changing, but with buttons, you can. So I think that I'm going to have a button all the way at the top, out of sight, and it's going to change conveyor belts that are going to be in between the cannons.
A few moments later.
Okay, that's barely makeable. And then... oh, it's makeable, that's makeable, that's makeable. Okay. So now, we go all the way back up to the button, connect you to this. I'm going to have a box here.
And then we should be all good.
Oh, okay, well I need to time that better too. Okay. Now I go. Yeah, and then I go really quickly. After this, I'm gonna have the finish line I think should already just be here. This won't be the longest map in the world. Rollout is known for being super easy, at least for me, so it can be an easy race. And then that should be a possible jump. This actually takes forever. It feels like you're about to fall at all times. Okay. And then is this a possible jump? Yeah, that definitely qualifies you. Alright, and I think we go to publish our map now. Ooh, another close switch. We are for Spinal. Let's get started. This is another Season 1 round, so we're going to do original theme.
But hopefully the third and final map will be something different to spice it up a little.
I'm thinking that this time we could do kind of a dropper level, because in Hexagon you drop a lot. The question is, what do we do at the bottom, though? We'll think about that later. First of all, this is a dropper. We gotta make this all the way at the top.
What I failed to recognize is how low the top actually is, and I spent, I kid you not, a full minute trying to go up when I was already at the top. Anyway, back to ignorant Captain Yo, where his biggest concern
is making hex tiles. Because at the moment, I have no clue how we're gonna do that. Should I just try to make it out of blocks?
No, old me, you shouldn't have, because you spent 2 minutes making this. You cannot tell me we're gonna use something that's this huge and clunky.
It is a little clunky and a little huge. Should be fine for me. Wait, these aren't evenly made, because I can't put these in here. Oh no.
Okay, you know what? New plan. Let me introduce to all of you everyone's favorite map, Squaragon. At this point, unfortunately, my mic cut out, so I'll explain the rest of the map in VO. I started making the first layer, which took absolute ages, so I ended up only making 2 layers because of how long it was taking. So to make up for that, I spiced up the second layer by adding a lot of spinning bars. Honestly, this is a great hex variation. Mediatonic should hire me. Under one of these broken tiles is actually a speed bump. I chose this because it's actually the shape of a hexagon, which probably would have been better to use for the rest of the map, but then again, we wouldn't have beloved Squaragon. And after a bit of testing, we have our map. Let's go publish it. Alright, I'm really hoping to get a non-season 1 theme this time, so let's shuffle a few times for good luck, and we spin. Jump Showdown. Fine. Unfortunately, our final round is also going to be a season 1 round, so we will not be seeing other themes, but next Recreate video, I'll make sure that doesn't happen. Alright, we have another final this time. We have Jump Showdown. So let's start by making this small, which is something I didn't do last time. Let's also go ahead and make this qualifying percentage 1 winner. Whoa. And then turn Final Fall on. Okay, how big is the spinning bar? Because obviously that is the biggest part of this map. Gotta make sure it's all nice and big. It's really small. I could try to make all of, like, the individual tiles and make them larger, but then the bar wouldn't match up with that size either. So I think we're gonna be making mini Jump Showdown here. That'd be pretty neat. That'd be pretty fun, right? Okay. Okay, so that's cute. Annoyingly, we can't change the pacing to make it go faster like normal Jump Showdown does, but we work with what we have. Now the question is, what's the race aspect of this? We have to turn this into a race round. You know, one of my favorite pastimes in creative is actually sliding down slime slides. But other than that, of course, I like doing a lot of bar skipping. So maybe this could bar skip or something. Well, there is that kind of ring that we can make out of glizzies that surrounds Jump Showdown. So maybe we could start by adding the bar skip onto there. I'll keep thinking while I make that stadium. Okay, so far I have made this ramp here. I chose the yellow and purple color scheme, and that's the color scheme of the original Jump Showdown. At this point, I'm not really sure what to do, because I don't know how to add the aspect of like a race to this. Ooh, maybe I could have these be lower, and then there could be like glizzies in between them, and it can kind of be like a thing to walk across.
We still have to make sure that this is a possible bar stage. There we go. There we go, I got it. Nice.
At this point, I started building at a really slow pace, so let's speed this up. I decided to have 3 stages to the level, each being on top of the last. Each level will have an increasingly harder arena to stay in. And you'll have to stay in the arena because of this machine right here. Basically what it does is hold this block in place for 45 seconds until the hammer delay ends, and the block falls onto the pressure plate and unlocks force fields that I put in between the glizzies. I did have to get rid of the purple glizzies to do this, but it makes for much better gameplay.
And now it's time for me, Mr. British, to once again remind you how to overlap objects.
No, British, slow your roll. You did a great job explaining how to overlap objects back in September, but I think it's time I give you this crash course.
No. I know best. Let me do this. Anyway, simply go to this screen and... Oh.
Yeah, Fall Guys finally added a way to officially overlap objects.
That's cool and all, but what do I do now if I can't be a crash course teacher on overlapping?
Well, you can always go back to your old job, which was...
Okay, and I think for the first time in this video, we want to actually put a checkpoint for once. We'll put the checkpoint on top of the start line. And then from here, we can just have like a ramp up there or something. Around here. Okay. Maybe we should have the other one, the second one over here, so it doesn't like interfere with this. And once you're here, it's basically a repeat, just a harder version on this side.
And with that, it's time for our last building montage.
Yeah.
And after all that's needed is a simple bar jump to the finish. Also, I'm too lazy to see if that jump is really possible, so let's just publish it and see what happens. Thanks for sticking around to the end of the video. Comment down below if you like the maps and what you would have done differently. The share codes for my maps are right here. Also, what did you guys think about the voice reveal? I know my mic isn't the best right now, but subscribing would really help me get a better microphone and make better content. And with that, get out of here.